Let me tell you, at night, God was always bringing me messages. I didn't have a Bible in the house. So when I came to the shop, I was told to go and buy, Alice, go and buy a Bible. I told, Bible? How? How do I go and buy a Bible? But then I was told, you go and buy a Bible. I went to the bookshop and I saw the Bible. And I bought the Bible. I'm telling you that today I really cried. I really cried remembering my mother. It was terrible. I tried to remember my mother telling me, Alice, you are an Israel girl and you have gone, you are like the Israelites who are taken to Babylon. Now it is like you are an exile. I really cried that day and I really apologized to my mother who was dead by then. And I really told my mother, please, even if you are dead, please forgive me. Please forgive me. But let me tell you, God is great. At the same night when I was apologizing to my mother came in my dream and she told me, Alice, listen to that voice which is talking to you, because that is the true and the real God. Jesus is the Lord. He is the God. He is who he is, but he is the true God. Forget about Hinduism and follow that path. And I remember that time I cried so much. I cried so much. I don't know where the tears were coming. If those tears can come today, I think they can feel a liver. Because I was so sad that, but I was so happy. May I tell you, women, and who are Christian like I am, when you get your child, take it between one month to 6 months to any church where you worship, and dedicate that child to God. Because I think I was dedicated when I was a young girl, and that is why when you dedicate to a child when they are young, even if they go and sleep in the bed of the devil can never rule over them. They are protected completely, because that child will be given an angel that is going to take care of that child. Even if that child will be big, that child is a seed of God which does not rot or dry up anywhere. That night I cried, and from that time up to today, my life has been hell. Now let us come to the salvation part of me. When God told me like that, I used to fear a lot. I told God, what do you want me from me? You are the one who gave me this Indian man and he gave me this Indian couple. Now where do I go? Where do I take these children? But God told me, Alice, I will take you somewhere. Where God took me, he took me to heaven. And when I went to heaven, I was seated there very comfortably. But then Jesus came and told me, Alice, rise up and say, Jesus is Lord. I rose up and I went to clap Jesus and I said, yes, Jesus is Lord and is God. Then there was somebody sitting beside me. Somebody tied a kitamba like a ribbon like I don't know, like Lebanese. I asked God, who is that? He told me that was Kumar. So he was told to say Jesus is Lord and Jesus is alive. He refused. He went and he did like that. He refused kabisa to say. Then God asked God, who was that who refused to say I am alive? And you told him to say. He told me that is Kumar. So I don't know anything else apart from that. But all I know, God speaks to people even up to today. Okay, my children, I never dedicated them because they are Hindus. All my children, none of them is Christian. All of them are Hindus. And I'm really crying for them. Because really, but I thank God. I have been crying for my children to know the true God. But because of their father, none has agreed. None has agreed.
This change in perception is what started the problems that changed her life forever. It was during this turmoil that her husband revealed his true nature. His behavior, once hidden, now became apparent, leading to conflicts and difficulties that Alice had never anticipated.
All problems started when I became a Christian. Because I got a command. So he asked me, why are you not going to our temple to pray? I told him I can see only fire. And seriously speaking, when I enter the temple, I can see only fire. So I don't enter. and I remain outside. So he was asking me, why not entering to the temple? Then I was telling him, I can't enter to a temple. They can see only fire. I'm not seeing anything, and I am burning. So I could not enter there, and I stopped going to the temple. So when I stopped going to the temple, by the way, he was a Hindu priest. Kumara was a Hindu priest. So when I stopped going to the temple, then he told me, then Alice, a Christian and a Hindu cannot stay together. I told him, a Christian and a Hindu cannot stay together. What did you tell me when we were marrying? You told me there's no problem of Hinduism and Christian, and now the problem is, actually he gave me even divorce. I left everything, even my children whom I loved, whom I adored. I got a lot of patience because of the children, but the BP and the sickness was full in me. How could I leave my children? How could I leave my children? Oh my God, I regretted that the whole evening. I asked God, how did you call me and I am leaving my home and my children and my everything. Finally, I walked out with nothing, with no children, with no nothing. For good 5 years, I stayed without any child calling me mom. Word mother was terrible to hear in my ears. I never had any word mom. These children were brainwashed that your mother, there is no Jesus that is talking to her. She just want to leave me as a husband and go to another town and sleep with other men. You know, every time women, when you are leaving your home, men will only say one thing: you are going for prostitution or you are going to look for another man. So imagine when you are told like that, don't worry. But me, I never worried. I told Jesus one thing: you are the one who have called me. You are the one who have spoken in my ears that I leave this person. And do you know what was wrong? I was already the black man out. I was the black sheep out. You know, in Psalm 115, the Bible says they used to sacrifice their sons and daughters to the Baal gods. The time had reached for this Indian man to give a sacrifice, and a human sacrifice. My children refused to come and stay with me because I don't know what the father did. And my boy died. I'm telling you now, I don't have a son. And I had to have one son. He died. And he told me, I wish you are the one sleeping there, not my son. I wish you are the one sleeping there, not my son. And a whole slap until people all came to fight him. Then me, I just kept quiet. Let me tell you, sometimes salvation is being polite. And sometimes you look like you are a fool. But you are not a fool. God tells us, the battles that you cannot fight, I will fight them for you. So me, I just, because he used to tell people, I used to fight him. And you know, I'm an African girl and a Kikuyu girl. Most of these white men, they go telling African girls that we only go to them because of money. No. I told you my case is different. Me, I was married at 19, and this man was just a teacher. So he did not marry me because he had money. Actually, he had no money. After that, I'm the one who got all the properties that we have today, and their goodness, they are registered on my name. But let me tell you, a man, if he does not love you, he can pretend, but at the end, the truth of himself will come out. Even we went and he brought fight about the burning of my son. He said his son was a Hindu. We have to burn the body. Me, I told him, because I did not want to fight. I did not have any. I think salvation makes somebody too polite, and I became too polite. Me, I told him, as long as my son has died, and it was so painful. I could not handle it. I told him, there is one thing: my son is now dead and he is no more. I am the one who will go where he has gone. He cannot come, and he cannot come again in this world. I am the one who will go where he went. So I told him, whether you bury this boy or you bury him, I have no problem. And I went to where they burned the Indians, and I went and I burnt my son. All that you can imagine, burning your own child. I burnt him until all the ashes were over. And that is the pain I went through. And you can imagine, before the burning of the sun, he has already beaten me in the mortuary. And now here I am burning. I don't know what is to burn me. I know burning. And I had to follow. I didn't want any war, and I didn't want any fight. I wanted only peace. I wanted peace. Moreover, let me tell you, I have gotten saved. Jesus is talking to me, and I'm praying, and God is telling me everything. When God told me, Alice, don't be afraid because of your son has gone. This man wanted to use your son to kill you.